You find the letter, open your phone, and realize you cannot answer one basic question. What happened after this? Did you call? Did you send the form? Did VA ask for something else? And where did you put the confirmation? That uncertainty is exactly why a communication log matters. Here's the point of today's episode. Memory is not a claims management system. A short, accurate communication log is one of the simplest readiness tools you can control. Welcome to the Veteran Benefits Reset Podcast, where we help veterans and their families better understand the VA disability benefits process, one step at a time. I'm your host, Cameron Burrell, a U.S. Army veteran and founder of VetBiz Media. Today, we are building a system you can start with a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a secure digital folder.
A veteran might remember, "I sent something in April," but that sentence may not tell you which document it was, what instruction it addressed, how it was sent, or whether a response is still needed. A communication log turns "I think" into "here is the letter, here is the date, and here is the question." It is not a magic claims tool. It does not guarantee a rating, approval, effective date, or compensation amount. It simply helps you stop important details from living only in your head. And when the process stretches across months or years, that matters. The goal is not to create a perfect legal record. The goal is to create a reliable personal timeline that helps you locate sources, notice open questions, and prepare for the next responsible conversation.
Keep this system simple enough that you will actually use it. A notebook can work, so can a spreadsheet or a secure folder with one tracking page. Choose one main location, because information scattered across texts, email, loose papers, and memory is difficult to manage. Your log might include a VA letter, a VA.gov message, a phone call, an appointment notice, a submitted form, a medical record, or a conversation with an accredited representative. But keep one boundary clear. Your personal log is not the official VA claims file. Writing down that you sent something does not, by itself, prove that VA received it. A note about a conversation does not turn that conversation into a final decision. Keep the source documents and confirmations. The log helps you find them.
Start with the date and the source. When did the event happen and where did the information come from? Use the exact date when you can verify it. If you only know the month, write that. Do not turn an estimate into a fact. For the source, write something specific. VA correspondence, VA.gov message, phone call, appointment notice, submission confirmation, or conversation with a VSO. Next, capture the topic and the action. What was the issue and what did someone ask you to do? Maybe the topic was a request for additional evidence. Maybe it was a question about a status update. Under action, write what you did or what the notice instructed you to review. Keep the wording factual. You are recording the event, not announcing what it means. Last, connect the entry to a supporting document and add a follow-up date. The document might be named VA Letter March 3rd Scanned Copy, or it might say where the paper version is stored. The follow-up date is your reminder to review the situation, check whether a response arrived, or seek clarification. It is not a prediction about what VA will do. Those are the 6 fields: date, source, topic, action, supporting document, and follow-up. One line for each event. That is enough to begin. Let us make that real. Imagine a veteran receives a VA letter on March 3rd. The log records the date as March 3rd. The source is VA correspondence. The topic is additional information requested. The action says review the notice and follow the listed submission instructions. The supporting document points to the letter and its scanned copy. The follow-up field says review before the response date stated in the notice, and then records that date only after checking the actual notice. That entry does not say, "This means my claim will be approved." It does not say, "The VA definitely lost my records." Those may be concerns. They are not confirmed facts. A strong log preserves the source instead of filling gaps with assumptions.
And do not wait until everything is perfect. That is another way people never start. Begin with the newest item you can verify,
Add older entries as you find the documents. Put the events in chronological order, whether you build from oldest to newest or newest to oldest first. You might have a letter dated April 10th, a phone call on April 15th, a portal message on April 17th, a submission confirmation on April 20th, and an appointment notice for May 2nd. Give each event its own line. Use consistent names such as 2026-0410 VA letter or 2026-0420 submission confirmation. The style does not matter. Finding the right document does.
When a mailing envelope, receipt, confirmation page, or electronic submission record may help you understand your own timeline, keep it with the related material. If you are reconstructing events from months or years ago, mark uncertain entries clearly. Write approximate date, needs verification, or memory only. You can also add questions. Was this form submitted? Which issue did this notice address? What response window does the notice identify? You do not have to sound certain. You have to be accurate. Locate the source, check an official VA resource, or bring the question to a VA-accredited veteran service organization, claims agent, or attorney.
One of the best habits is to separate facts, questions, and interpretations. You could use 3 labels: confirmed, question, and my understanding. Confirmed means you have a document, receipt, or reliable record supporting the entry. Question means you need clarification. My understanding means it is your current interpretation and may change after you review the source.
Here is the difference. A note that says, "My claim was denied because VA ignored my medical records," may reflect how the decision feels, but it is already a conclusion. A more useful note says, "Decision letter received on this date. I need to review the stated reasons and identify which evidence the letter says was considered." That second version gives you something you can investigate. It preserves the concern without deciding the answer in advance. Facts over frustration does not mean your frustration is unimportant. It means you give yourself a clearer way to communicate when the process feels confusing.
Mistake 1 is relying on memory. Memory is helpful, but it is not a filing system. Mistake 2 is writing called VA and nothing else. Add the date, subject, question, and result, while marking anything you could not confirm. Mistake 3 is losing the receipt. A note that says submitted evidence should point to the copy or confirmation. Mistake 4 is treating a portal status like a final decision. A status page may show activity or a processing stage, but it does not replace the correspondence that explains what VA decided or what action may be required.
Response windows deserve special attention. Read the specific notice carefully and follow the instructions in that notice. Do not rely on a general internet comment, an old memory, or what happened in someone else's case. Verify current information through the notice, va.gov, or an accredited representative. Also protect the log itself. Use secure storage, strong account protections, and limited sharing. Record only the personal, medical, or claim information you actually need for organization. Do not leave sensitive information in an open notebook or on an unsecured public computer.
The log becomes especially useful when you are preparing for a conversation with a representative. Bring a concise timeline, not a box of unsorted papers if you can avoid it. Put the most relevant events on one page, then organize the supporting documents in that same order. You might say, "Here is the notice I received. Here is the submission confirmation I have. And here are the 2 questions I need help understanding." That gives the conversation a starting point. A VA-accredited VSO, claims agent, or attorney can explain what information may be relevant and what options may be available based on your documents and circumstances. Your job is not to reach a legal conclusion before the conversation. Your job is to present the timeline accurately and identify what you do not understand.
If a spouse, caregiver, or trusted support person is helping, one person may remember the envelope while another remembers the phone call. That can be useful, but keep one master log and label information that still needs verification. Make sure the veteran understands what is being shared and who can access sensitive records. After a meaningful contact, take 2 or 3 minutes to record it. At the end of the week, review open questions and upcoming dates. You are not trying to predict VA's next move. You are checking your own readiness. Stay organized, stay informed, stay ready.
Before the next episode, create one secure log and make one verified entry. That is all. One date, one source, one action, one document, one follow-up question. If something is missing, write needs verification instead of guessing. Read each notice for its own instructions and response window. If you need help understanding a document or identifying a responsible next step, prepare your questions for an official VA resource or a VA-accredited veteran service organization, claims agent, or attorney. Do not manage an important VA timeline from memory alone. Start with one record, then keep building.
Thank you for listening to the Veteran Benefits Reset podcast. This is an independent educational resource. It is not legal or medical advice, and it does not replace guidance from a VA-accredited veteran service organization, claims agent, or attorney. Every veteran service, records, and circumstances are different, so verify current information through official VA resources and work with accredited professionals when appropriate. If today's episode helped you, follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with another veteran, family member, or caregiver. Download the free 7-step Veteran Benefits Reset Guide at vetbizmedia.com/veteran7. Your service did not expire. Your story is still worth reviewing. Take the next responsible step.